Lembaga Tabung Haji will be placed under the supervision of Bank Negara starting January 1st, 2019. This will ensure Tabung Haji is subject to strict financial standards and governance requirements under the central bank. In addition, Tabung Haji will also set up a special purpose vehicle to take over and rehabilitate its underperforming assets. This confirms reports on Tabung Haji's restructuring plan and the SPV by The Edge Financial Daily and Weekly. The move comes after it was discovered that the Pilgrims Fund had been illegally paying out dividends since 2014, despite being in the red. Minister in the PM's department, Datuk Seri Dr Mujahid Yusof Rawa, revealed earlier today that as at end December 2017, Tabung Haji had a total assets of 70.3 billion ringgit versus liabilities of 74.4 billion ringgit. This indicates a deficit of 4.1 billion ringgit, which makes out to 94.4 cent in assets for every ringgit of liabilities. Despite its financial situation, Tabung Haji still declared dividends just ahead of the May 9th general election. Under the Tabung Haji Act 1995, Tabung Haji may only pay dividends if its assets exceeds its liabilities and if there are distributable profits. The Home Ministry says it's scrapping Prestariang's 3.5 billion ringgit National Immigration Control System project. Prestariang signed a 15-year concession with the Home Ministry for the Skin project in July 2017. It was to be implemented in 2021. However, Home Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin says Putrajaya wants to develop a border control system that is more comprehensive and user-friendly. It also needs to be less draining on the government's coffers. The plan now is to develop a new fully online integrated immigration system instead. It is expected to be functional at least 2 years from now. In the meantime, the existing system will continue to be utilized. Muhyiddin says the ministry will discuss the quantum of compensation with Prestariang. In response to the announcement, Prestariang says it has not received any notice of cancellation. It says it will seek clarification from Putrajaya. Prestariang's shares tumbled by over 31% to 31 cent on the news, leading Bursa to suspend short selling on the counter. Top Glove says it's business as usual and that there are no issues with its supply to the UK's National Health Service, as reported by The Guardian. The newspaper alleged that Top Glove was exploiting its workers and quoted an unnamed Nepalese employee as saying that working at the factory was mental torture. Chairman Tan Sri Lim Wee Chai dismissed the report as inaccurate and suggested that the reporters be sacked for not doing their homework. He adds that a letter will be sent to the paper to address the allegations. Lim was backed by HR Minister M. Kulasegaran, who paid a visit to Top Glove's factory following the report. Kula said he spoke to the workers themselves and believes there is nothing wrong with the company's HR practices. To recap, Britain is reportedly launching a probe into standards at Top Glove, which makes medical gloves used by NHS. This follows reports that allege its migrant workers are subjected to forced labour, forced overtime and debt bondage. Selangor-owned Worldwide Holdings has allocated 1 billion ringgit to develop a system that will generate electricity from solid waste. The firm signed a joint development agreement with Western Power Clean Energy, a JV between China Western Power Industrial and China Western Power International. The agreement is for the first phase of the project, which is a 500 million ringgit facility in Jeram, Selangor. Worldwide Holdings Datin Paduka Norazlina Zakaria says the facility will be ready for commercial operation by 2020. The development funding will be fully borne by Worldwide, while the state has allocated 40 million ringgit to acquire the land. A second phase is expected to be completed by 2024. The plant is expected to reduce land use for landfill and help the state reach its aim of raising renewable energy generation to 20% by year 2025. The government will definitely be pursuing legal action against US investment bank Goldman Sachs for its involvement in the financial fraud at 1MDB. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng says AG Tommy Thomas will handle the details of the legal procedure. Lim's announcement comes on the heels of PKR President Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim's remark that the bank must repay Malaysia significantly more than what it had made from the fiasco. Goldman Sachs had earned above-average fees, topping 600 million USD from raising 6.5 billion USD for 1MDB. On the related development, ex-PM Datuk Seri Najib Razak has been arrested yet again by the MACC. Najib, who released after posting bail, is being investigated over the alleged tampering of 1MDB's final audit report. He is widely expected to be charged for abuse of power, while ex-1MDB CEO Arukanda Kandasamy is likely to face charges of abetting Najib.